Well then, so I'm just with Mr. C in front there, and what I'm going to do in a minute, I'm going to put my camera on the back of his bike, and I'm going to do a bit of off-roading. It's only going to be light off-road. I've signed a form saying that I'm going to get the bike back in tip-top condition, and unless I sign anything saying that I can do proper off-road, then that's exactly what I'm going to send the bike back like. So yeah, let's see what it's like. Right then guys, so off-road with the Transalp. Now I'm only doing some light off-roading here because first of all, even if it was heavy off-roading, you wouldn't see anything anyway, because it is so GoPros do tend to dumb down any rough terrain. So this is light gravel. We'll do a little bit of heavier stuff down the line. How does the bike perform over these bumps? Well, it's, you know, stood up on the pegs. You can really clamp the bit of rear wheel lift there. You can really clamp the tank really well naturally. That's the first thing that sticks out to me. So the bike is a nice width to really get hold of the tank, and also the lower part of the of the bike as well. So yeah, it's for that reason it makes you feel really safe and part of the bike, I suppose you could say, when you're doing that sort of thing. Foot pegs are not particularly wide, so it's not supporting the whole width of my foot. I take the rubber grips off, of course, and just have the spikes coming out there. Fine as it is. The handlebars are down quite low there, but at the same time I'm still fully stretched at 5'8", and I've got a good grip of the throttle there. I've still got the quick shifter if I do want to change gear. And yeah, it feels good. Fueling wise, now I am in gravel mode at the moment, and that's set to the second bar of traction control there. So I've got one more after this. In theory, I suppose you could say that I could set it a little bit softer than that, and on the first bar there is a possibility. How deep is it today? There's nothing to it. Try and keep my feet dry. Got this little kicker here. Boingy boingy. Woo-hoo! I hope Dave Thorpe get one of these, or one, or lots of these Transalps, because they're a good bike to kind of train yourself. They're a little bit perky, I would say. Thank you. They are a little bit perky on the fueling. Perhaps too perky, but I just need to dial it in a bit more and spend a bit of time with it. But rev bomb time, I think. Oh, he's already doing it. We need to grow up, really, don't we? It's just, you've got to do it, though, haven't you? It's just got to be done. I'm not speaking much because I'm concentrating, get very, very wet feet. Lovely jubbly. I'm free. What's the Transalp like off-road? Actually very, very good. Get some proper tyres on it, proper novel wobbles, and you're away. I'm not the world's best off-roader, I'd say I'm just okay. Not even intermediate, but I enjoy it when I'm not on somebody else's bike. So, lovely bike, beautiful bike. on road, great travelling bike. Has it got cruise control, which is a bit of a shame. It's the only thing it kind of lacks, really, I suppose. The screen is a little bit low, but for off-road stuff, it's really good. It's perky for off-road, but that can be a good thing as well, and it does teach you to kind of get control of the bike, you know, when you've got a perky bike that you know that to learn on. Just a lot to be said for that. Where did we come out here? Aha, long down by the looks of it. Where are we going here? Oh, we're going down, are we?
Down that way?
Yeah, if you want. I've never been down there.
Huh?
I've never been down there.
Yeah, you have.
Have I?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been down here then. I can't remember it. Yes, again, though, you do... Something you... if you haven't had a bike like this before, like the Transalp, one thing which you'll find is that you go to places which no one else goes, apart from people who got a bike like a Transalp or a BMW 310 GS like like Mr. C has in front, and you get to see parts of the world which are absolutely beautiful, you know, even in your local area, and yeah, you just find places that are absolutely, you know, stunningly beautiful that you'd never normally find. Oh, where's he going here? So yeah, it's a lovely way of seeing the world on these sort of bikes, with the right tyres, the right suspension setup. Don't look steep from where you are, but I can assure you it is. Traction control kicking in a little bit too easy there. I wanted to spin up the back then. It's cutting out when I didn't want it to, but that's all good. Now regarding the tyres, I have got sort of, I'd say they're probably 50-50s to be fair. They've got a good tread pattern kind of horizontally, but vertically they haven't got much there, so they're not knobbly, so they're kind of I would say they're 50-50s. I think they're the perfect in-betweener, really. There are choice of tyres when you buy one of these Transalps as well, to what ones you want, whether it's going to be more road biased or the 50-50s. For me, I'd definitely go 50-50. It's nice to have the option to do this sort of stuff, isn't it? You could certainly fly along on this bike if you wanted to. Still loads of power. At the moment, being a bit of an amateur on the off-road scene, I would say I'd probably like to have the option of switching down the mapping a bit on the fueling. It's still a little bit kind of, I'm feeling a bit oversensitive. It just feels like the bike wants to go all the time when it's on the level 2 of the power, so maybe I just need to set that, and you can play around with the settings on the bike as well to allow for different modes. Well, getting a little bit more gnarly now. Oopsie daisy. So yeah, I mean, for me at the moment, the Transalp feels superb to go off-road. As I say, the fueling's a little bit on-offy. I think it'd be good for a training school. If you dial in the power mode, like you can put the user setting on and dial it in to just have the power at its minimum, I think even then it's still enough for doing off-road stuff. We do have the crash bars as well. Oh, traction control kicked in then. Do have the engine bars, the belly pan, which is well worthwhile on this bike. yeah, I'd highly advise getting the crash bars. Obviously, certainly if you're doing this type of stuff, then it's a no-brainer really. And the belly pan as well. I'll watch you go down. No, camera's still going. I'm going to chicken out of that, guys, because it's you may not see it there. I just do not want to drop this Honda bike. He's swearing there. I'll see you around the other side in a minute. Yeah, no, I'm glad I skipped that now. Oh God. Oh, he's going. And that's exactly why I didn't do it. And I'm still comfortable as well. I never once, after, you know, what we've done today, which is kind of middle of the road off-roading, you know, a little bit slippy, slidey, but nothing too heavy. But I've never once felt like I was anywhere near dropping this bike today. Yes, I chickened out of the rocky part, and for good reason. As you could see on camera, it was really rocky.
Not bad.
No, I haven't, no.
Not bad.
We'll do it today, shall we? Yeah. That's like an old, I was going to say it's an old train tunnel, but it's not an old train tunnel. Mr. C didn't even rev bomb then. It's breaking the law, isn't it? But yeah, again, you know, even riding through the lanes on this bike, so yeah, it's lovely. It's compared to the Africa Twin, it's very utterly different. The Africa Twin is a big old bike. It's quite a top-heavy bike as well, I would say the Africa Twin is. I'm not sure if anyone else thinks the same on that, anyone else that's ever ridden one. But yeah, I find the Africa Twin quite top-heavy. So overall, Transalp Offroad is actually pretty darn brilliant, I'd say. I think it's absolutely superb. For a bike which is 10 grand or so, yeah, you get a huge amount for your money. It's a budget adventure big bike, but at the same time, the suspension is way above what I'd expect it to be for a 10 grand bike. Very good.
So overall, I was more than impressed with the way that the Transalp behaved on light off-road adventures. New to off-roading or a seasoned veteran, the Transalp 750 is, offers a lot of stability, power and manoeuvrability. Very well balanced bike as well, and it really looks after you. It comes with some good equipment as well. Naturally, you can turn off the ABS, and there are different modes of traction control as well. And for more experienced riders who like to make progress, the engine has got loads of power. You could easily just slide around on it all day. It's a lot of fun. So in its category, I think that Honda's done a cracking job of this. It is quite a competitive area with other bikes, but I think they have the perfect blend between a road bike and an off-road bike here. Great equipment such as the Showa suspension, which behaves fantastically on road and off-road. And if you really spec this bike up with the batch plate and the crash guards, hand guards, the rally pack in short, then I think you've got a great off-road bike here. So don't forget, I have made a full review of the Transalp 750, so do check that out. I go into pillion riding and all sorts on that one, so it's well worth looking at that video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I would appreciate that. Thank you very much. See you next time.